What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast, and I'm about to show you some things here that's causing the demise of this nation, of this country, and the very principles that institute humanity. And the youth, through indoctrination, are being led to a road of destruction, self-destruction. And this is, and when I talk youth, I'm talking about little kids. I'm not talking about high schoolers and beyond. No, I'm talking about elementary. Before we start there, this is all this. Let me backtrack there. That indoctrination is literally one of the symptoms. And aside from that, there's also something else. Moderna, which is a company we have all learned to love. A little bit of sarcasm there. Hope you caught that. Their medicine here says that it's 4 times more likely to cause severe, let's call, you know what I'm trying to get at here. They're more likely to cause bad things or good things, depends on what side you'd like to associate with. Inflammation than, its competitor. Here is the name of the competitor. And this is of no surprise. And this article is interesting because obviously they're covering whatever news is being sent out. But I wonder if it's a push to, or for people to receive more of the latter's medicine than the former. Okay? And it doesn't matter which one you choose. You can still get very critical effects if you follow what I'm trying to say here. And the fact that they're just coercing the population. I don't know if you guys saw the interview with Bill de Blasio. You know what? I'm going to pull it up. And show you because I think it's worth watching. And I'm sure you guys have gone ahead and heard this. Listen to this atrocity.
Want to lead their lives. I mean, the hard thing, and, I feel it here in New York City. Yeah. By the way, I'm from Philadelphia, so it's not like I live in a rural area. But I feel it in every block that I walk in New York City. But if I were in the middle part of the country with you, I don't think we'd see masks. I don't think we'd be showing our vax cards anywhere. So I come back to that point where unless everybody's on the same page in the country, we're kind of screwed.
And you know how you get on the same page? People have to lead. So, look, I believe with enough leadership, enough mandates, we're going to get a hell of a lot more people vaccinated. The more people vaccinated, the more we actually make the transition to a time when COVID is in the background, not the foreground. And we know these mandates work, and we know people respond. Look, human beings are pretty predictable. If you say your paycheck depends on it, or your ability to enjoy life and go do the things you want to do, people will make the practical decision overwhelmingly, and they'll go get vaccinated. But we aren't pushing hard enough. We got to go farther.
We're not pushing hard enough. We have to go further. What in the, oh my god, the words to describe that isn't enough. But if you want to add fuel to the fire, well, look no further, folks. This is a trucker who's talking about what's happening at the border. Listen.
Something you're really going to need to think about, because this is going to affect you whether you want it to or not, regardless of your status on the vaccine. You all know I drive truck, and I cross the border from Canada to the U.S., U.S. to Canada. Everything you have, everything you eat, everything you touch, everything you wear, everything in your house, everything you go to the store for, and odds are almost everything you have at work, all showed up on the back of what I drive. Come January, they're throwing a new loop in there. Everybody crossing the border in a truck, they want to have the vaccine, and a lot of us don't. A lot of us are not getting it.
Okay. Now, from that statement, you should already be thinking about the ramifications of this. No truckers, no delivery. No delivery, no supplies. No supplies, consumer stays hungry or has no clothing. Folks, we're getting to I've been harping on this. And I said we're at a crossroads. And my emphasis was to keep this perpetual channel of putting content out there for you guys to realize and get a different perspective. What you do with that information is your choice. But I want you guys to critically think and put the pieces together. And from that, you share that information with other people. Don't hold it just for yourself. Give it to other people. And that's this is the crossroads we're at. And it all stems from these mandates. And aside from that, if you have kids, you're getting attacked from that angle too, because they're indoctrinating them into the LGBTQ clubs without parents' permissions. And if you know what happened at this school board, you would be enraged that they're doing this to your children, causing confusion. Them not knowing what to do or who they are. And this whole craziness that's occurring is attacking families from all angles. And that's why I reiterate, stand on the principles. Stand on those principles, those morals, those pillars that will keep you pushing through. That you rather have death before dishonor. The principles that cannot be shaken. Folks, we're at a critical time. And we can only get past this if we're able to stand on those principles. Because truth and principles will always prevail. And with that being said, this is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.